They're live. Cool beans. I don't know if I want to do Iriam or not. I'll ask Twitch. Let me get to my channel so I can see chat. Here we go. Yes! Yeah, we're doing cozy! Oh, I forgot about my Destiny overlay. I need to turn that off. Yeah! Cult of the Lamb! I wanted to do, Goldel. I'm trying to get so I can be able to watch chat. There we go. We can get you stabby. Hang on, hang on. Yeah, no, I cooked with this toggle for Cult of the Lamb. I wanted to do Cult of the Lamb because instead of Warframe, because this is normally my recharge day. So doing Cult of the Lamb, I feel, is within line. Oh, wait! And because, I do Twitch. There he is. Do not open up the actual image. There we go. Because I do Twitch, you guys will be able to do stuff with me. Heck yeah! Eden Star got one. I'm gonna give you a white one. You'll see a whole bunch of followers that are named after Iriam folks. Frog. Let me move my crown a little bit. There we go. Alright. Let's see here. I was debating on streaming on Iriam. I do not have the mental spoons to deal with two chats. I was going to stream on Iriam, but I'm like, nah. I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it. Let me see here. Toss it on here. Post. There we go. Hello, hello! Oh, let me swap screens. Welcome everybody! We're doing some just chill vibes. Pop over to gaming stream. There we go. Let me adjust the sound settings real quick. Oh, it is lower. Okay. It's just that my headphones are doing its thing. The headphones are headphoning at 64. There we go. Let me swap over to controller. And we can get started with goofing around. Maybe I can even get chat integrated. Yeah. Off to the Magical Girl Training Camp, as we've been calling it. I haven't played in a hot minute. I haven't played since March. And yeah, we have not done everything. I don't remember wearing this. Oh, wait, no, this is the little heart fleece. Alright, let's see here. Hello, Narimer. Narimer. There we go. Narinder. I don't know where he's taking me. Calamar, why are you naked? I don't remember. I thought I did this already. It was here the bishops cast the chains that bound me, where they condemned me to be forgotten, to rot. I will not bore you with some long speech of betrayal or accusations over whose sins were greater. Millennia have passed, the world moves on, you have ensured this. We have been usurped and changed. Death is but a change, after all. You and I know this. Lamb, your work has been adequate here. Oh, and we got his, thingy. His, claw. Thank you. Now to figure out, why Calamar is naked. So, in my normal Cult of Lamb fashion, who wants to be first on the follower list? As we're indoctrinating followers. I will try to keep you alive. Alrighty, I'll make a straight up one. ASTRAYA. Alrighty, Estrella. What kind of form do you want? I will show you all that we have. Oh my gosh. So many. Is there a fox? I think there's multiple foxes. So there's like the basic fox. And then we have the big ear fox. Axolotl? Where's the axolotl? Where's axolotl friend? I am blind. I know I have the axolotl in here. Where is he? Oh, here's axolotl friend. Do you want the axolotl form? You also have different variants. Do you want the classic or one of the... One with markings. Okie dokie. And then we get colors. What kind of color do you want? Second option. Alrighty. You have the Naturally Obedient, Winter Worshipper, and Sculptor. That's gonna be funny. You make ice sculptures during the winter. And I'm going to send you off to do work. We'll make you a rancher. Witness. Go rest. There we go. I do not remember what we were doing last time. Yeah, so we have the Woolhaven DLC. Here. Why is everybody sick? Wait. Where's all the sick? Oh. That's why. Oh, dear lord. When? Okay, Jay's dead. It's so much fun. Oh, it also has co-op. Come here, River Boy. Rest in peace, brother. Yeah, no, Cult of the Lamb is one of my favorites. Something tells me we're gonna need more crypts. Oops, I did not mean to add that in. Yeah, no, it's such a vibe. This is one of my comfort games. And personally, I'm pretty decent at the game. I have way too many hours in this that I'm willing to, admit. Between 3 different, areas. Interact, go to sleep. But yeah. I played this back in March when I was primarily streaming on Iriam every single day. Iriam and YouTube every single day. So a lot of people have Iriam chat names. Yeah, no, I love, this toggle. I think I cooked really well with it. Also, I absolutely love this crown asset. It has toggles and stuff too, it's really nice. There we go. I don't remember who made it either, sadly. It's probably on the asset itself, but we'll do possessions. Do sacrificial architecture trait. There we go. Rituals. Ritual of enrichment. Oh yeah, I forgot that we can wed followers together. No. Alright. Looks like we're doing pretty good. What is our fleece currently, actually? What's our current fleece? Oh, we're doing the Crusade. Okay. I wanted to make sure that I knew which fleece we were wearing. Alrighty. So it looks like our next mission is to go to Pilgrim's Passage, so we'll pop over there. I don't remember where they were. I've been looking for the little gremlins every so often. It's not winter, so we can't go out yet. Yeah, not sure where the twins are. I think they're probably out here, so we'll have to wait till winter. With that, I don't know how you activate the stuff. Oh, let me get the dice game real quick. I think I have that in my recipes. Hang on. Where's the gambling thing? Oh, we don't have access to it yet. Is it because we haven't beaten everybody? That might be why. We might have not beaten everybody yet. Hello, Lammy. How's it going? I've seen your followers around. Got some new nice clothes. Your brother should say hi. Okay, so I think we've beaten everybody, but I want to make sure. Because I'm pretty sure we get the arena after we beat everybody. So we'll do this. We'll set it right here. Hehehe. I don't know if anybody has ever seen the Chosen Lamb, but there is a VTuber that I absolutely love it. She actually has a Cult of the Lamb model. Because this is her main game. And she is the cutest um British lady ever. She came under my radar because of Cult of the Lamb actually naming her the chosen lamb for Woolhaven. Her model's so cute. And like W, is it Devolver? I feel like Devolver is the big company. Or is it Massive Monster? One of the two. Either way, W with it. I'm trapping them. And I win! Hee hee hee. And we get Strength Within! That'll be really nice with our Fervor build. Yay! Now we got the Knucklebones Arena. You guys can play with me if you want. I don't know how, but I know that Twitch can. Because Twitch has a bunch of, like, integrations with games. We will see. I swear, if there's no bones to this, I will cry. Why is it just wood? I would imagine it'd also be bone. Hehehe. Alright. We'll put it by the breeding area. Why not? And the sacrificial, the totally not sacrificial circle. Let me see here. Oh! Okay, let's do this real quick. Okay, I have to get it set up. Hang on. I don't remember what my Twitch password is. Oh wait, I think I have it connected to a Gmail. Frogs! Okay, let me get my authenticator out. Okay, there we go. Yay! Yay, we have it now. Frog. Alrighty, so that's that bit. Let me check on this. Configure. Okay. Alright, so the extension should be up. Let me check here. So you guys should... Yes, we do have follower list. I think with this you guys can be a follower too. So shenanigans. Yeah. We're all good now. Alright, let me add the frogs. Also, ads in 5 minutes, boys. Let's see, how many frogs? 3 frogs. We'll just start doing our down the line. But yeah, I was gonna do Iriam stream too. And then was like, I don't wanna. I do not have it in the mental capabilities today. Oops. Did not mean to make myself small. Well, smaller. There we go. I just realized that this look kinda has the vibes of like a barbarian. Which, like, I'm not mad. Because it's the full fit. It's really cute. But it's very barbarian coded, I feel. When I'm kinda more like a wizard in here. There we go. Come on. Come on, controller. Alright. Now you guys get to do shenanigans when we find people. And with that... Oh! Well... A new slot has opened. Where to go? Where to go? I think I haven't found all of the lore tabs, so we're just gonna go in to a random one. And go find lore tabs. Because I do want to 100% this game. I have not 100% it yet. I'm trying to remember our things. Oh, there we go. Okay. Ow. Speaking of froges, this is a frog, map. Wow, I am rusty. To be fair, I'm more or less looking for... I should have put on one of the ones that damage stuff, because we're kind of looking for these. Okay, never mind, we're in a room. I'm gonna see if I can hit it with a spell. Okay, I can. We'll grab that. Make an offering. Here's my heart. Into the weird eldritch mouth. I had not seen her in some dozen years, perhaps a score, perhaps 100. She has changed, alarmingly so. The mutilation of her body not compared to the madness taking root in her mind. Her kin were indifferent. 'Twas foreseen, the card reader said. I asked, what of her duty? What of the crowns? What of her very nature? And the smith answered, it is lost. I love the lore of Cult of Lamb too. That is also a big interest to me. But yeah, so anytime I have recommended this game, it's been if you like Binding of Isaac in Animal Crossing, you would probably like this game. And I'm meaning if you like both of them. Because it has that dark religious vibe that I know some people might be a little antsy with. I'm completely fine with it. I'm a dirty pagan, so I can play just about anything and not be bothered by it. But I do know that there's some people that are a little bit more sensitive to, like, religious themes and stuff like that. And some people don't really like cults. So... yeah. I actually kind of want this more. Alrighty, Kamek. This is a different song. I don't think I've heard this song before. Here. Okay, there is a follower up there. We're gonna go up. I will be seeing all you dreamers in a second. Ads are about to happen. But yeah. We'll go and get a follower and see if it works. There might be 2 Estrellas if this works. The collection, there we go. This is another one that I've thought about making a D&D game themed off of. Cause like cult D&D game, there's nothing that could possibly happen. Bad that could happen. In making it so everybody can become a cult leader. Unironically, Pathfinder, helps with that. This would be a fun, like, solo bit. What are you guys deciding? What are you guys plotting over there? Oh no. Yeah, we'll take this one, actually, instead of, hounds. I like hounds, but, so it said bombs will fall. Oh. I'm better! I'm better than your bombs! Okay, maybe not right now. There's one. There we go. Hi, Chilson! I'm better! Mushroom! I'm doing pretty good. We're just vibing. You guys have already started chaos. Ow. Every time an enemy dies, it drops a bomb. Okay, good. Those don't do anything. It's just the enemy itself that drops bombs. But yeah, we're playing some Cult of Liam. Also, if the music is too loud, let me know. I got geometried. Or if it's not loud enough, I'm willing to bring it up. because I'm playing in headphones, so it's a little bit louder than normal. Alrighty. Safar. Oh, I can't do anything because I'm out of stuff. Ah! Ah! I completely forgot that I had that. There we go. Let's not blow ourselves up. Pumpkin. Because I think it's gonna be winter soon. Yeah, let's return to the cult. I need to eventually go through all the bosses and fight them. Only took me 10 minutes to get through that. That's not too bad. Oh yeah, I cut my hair today. I personally think some spots could be better than others, but you know, it is what it is. Alrighty. Does anybody want to be the mushroom? I will do a follower raffle. That's really funny. I'm pretty sure Mushroommo will get eaten. So it's only if you're willing to get eaten by Sozo. Yeah, let me do a raffle. Here you guys go. Have fun. Alright, let's see who got it. Here we go. Welcome in again. We will have you go to the farms. Sleeping bag has collapsed. Oh no, partner's dead. And one of the cows are dead. Partner, go rest. Now I think you guys will actually chat, like, it'll pop up. Hey Sozo. Oh Lamb, you are so kind to Mushroommo. So kind. Sozo will take it from here. And then Narinder. Ah, vile things. Still they persist, as vile things are wont to do. Oh, he wanted mushrooms. Why did you want mushrooms? That's worrying. Hi, Sozo. Oh, leader. We are so lucky to live in paradise. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he will go after anybody that is the Mushroomo, technically. Yeah, we need more cowish. Yes. I am terrified. Okay, we do have, Winterloop. That's good to know. Oh, we don't have everybody. Fleece of the Harbinger. Okay, we got 2 more. We'll get this one. Fleece of the Warrior. Heavy and well worn. It has seen many battles. And we just need 1 more. And then we'll have all of the fleeces. We've already gotten the Hollow Knight one too. I can actually show what that looks like. Yeah! Oh no. Let me show you guys the Hollow Knight fleece real quick. It's really cute. Yes, chaos. Here's the Hollow Knight fleece. I like how they made it strictly a cute fleece. Oh my gosh, where's Hagar? I know Hagar is like older. Reassure. We'll go ahead and inspire. Yeah. People need food, so we're gonna put into the cooker some stuff. Oh right, we went up there to go get cows. We need cows so we can have milk. Momo. I'm a lamb though. Alright. 1 yakish. I do get the mumu. The cowish and yakish. Then a cowish. I have a lot of beets burning a hole in my pocket. There we go. Eat your nums. Okay, we already fed you. There's another one. Oh. Feed. Beetroot. I do get the moo-moos. There we go. We get another tier. Let's go, say hi to Asmodeus. Ooh. Not what I wanted, but it's fine. Oh! Nice! Heck yeah. We can have the cat twins. One more god tier. And one of those. I wonder if we'll get anything like having him as a boss fight. I feel like that would be interesting. Just a food for thought. So we need to complete all of the bosses without getting hit. So I think we're gonna start with Leshy and then work our way to Silk Cradle. Because we have to kill everybody without taking too much damage or taking a hit. I think we can do that. Pretty sure. Touch of the Revenant, my beloved. Yeah, I'm a spell fleece lover. It's my favorite fleece to use. Severe weather warning. Oh boy. I'm so sad though. We're not gonna get this music again. Neither of these are good. El Momo. Well, I guess we'll grab this one. Grab another tarot card. We'll grab strength without. That's also another reason why I like this fleece, is that you can still get tarot cards. Momo. This is my favorite room in the dark wood. Is the eyeball flower room. I just really like the art. why not? Alright. We'll just go ahead and go and grab another, follower. The lingering presence of Leshy can be felt. Enemy projectiles have increased speed. Oh no. Rest in pieces. Yeah, we'll keep our current. To the follower room. Oh! Yoink. Follower acquired. Yay! Partner's no longer sick. There we go. Deleted. I am also still looking for those totems. Oh no, Quantum's sick. To be fair, that's kind of normal. No offense to you, Q, if you're here. We will grab the sword. Our first hit for the run. Hagar died. I should have probably sacrificed Hagar, but it's fine. We'll grab Divine Blizzard. We'll just sit here and, boop. Ooh, free sun. I will definitely take the free sun. I think it's in here. Oh! We can just continue. Wonder... Oh no. Let's skip that. Hi, Leshy. There we go. We killed him without taking any damage. I never did get to see what you guys, chose. But that is one of on the docket. I don't know if it was like it's supposed to be the original version or if it can be the corrupted version, but I mean it's still Leshy, so. Okay, there's sickness. Hang on. Oh, I want the body. just gonna say it. Y'all like to die in the weirdest places. No offense. Okay, we're gonna go get a new thing. Ah! Sozo ate someone. Frog! I like to die in convenient places. Yeah, no! Like, every time, it's normally behind a decoration. It's never behind, or out in the, like, middle of the area. Nah, it is behind a decoration, or behind the church, or something like that. And I'm just like, why? Why? Why do you guys do this? Okay, we got a couple crypts down. We're gonna have to upgrade them once they're built. Sozo's over here cackling like a madman. Hey, what up? Okay, never mind, you are going to bed. Let me, go collect assigned people. Yeah, so Lavi's sick. That's a little funny. Love you, Lovey, if you're here. That's a little funny. And then Quantum's also sick. Y'all. Quit being accurate. Alright, let's see here. Let's, breed some. Got another cowish. Alright. Can we build this yet? No, we cannot. We need stone. Luckily, we got plenty of stone. Here we go. Oh! Here we go. Alright. Alright, chat. Let's see how poorly this goes. Here we go. Bum bum bum. Oh, can we get a full? We're not gonna get a full with the blue. That would have been funny. I am sorry, chat. I love knuckle bones. Oh, it's winter. I don't remember there being a raccoon, but hang on, let me check out this raccoon. I don't remember this person being here. Eh, apparently they've been here. Okay. There you go, making your ice sculptures. Oh. We got a nature's necklace. Alright, so we gotta upgrade our houses down here. Yeah, you're carving! Because it's wintertime. Alrighty. Do we need food? We don't need food. It is sickly here. Who is sick? No, no one's sick. Must be... Ah. That's the throw up. Got it. Yeah, anytime I play this game, I get the craving for shepherd's pie. I don't know why, probably because there is shepherd's pie food. Alright, we're doing another follower raffle. Have fun. Cult of Momo. Unironically, so this is from way back in March, or not even March, I think it was January when we were playing this a lot. The cult's name is, the Magical Girl Training Camp. Here we go, we got Estrella again. So, you're zealous, you're celibate, And you're terrified of death. Yes, there are two of you. We'll send you off to worship. Now we can I can challenge you to Knucklebones. I'm also pretty sure that you guys talk with, chat stuff. Yeah, we'll take in some starving folks. Got a vulture. Oh my gosh. All negative traits. Hot-tempered, night owl, and lightweight. Feel free to go ham, boys. I'm gonna take a sippy of my drink. Don't worry, we can change your traits. If you want to change them, we can put you on the torture rack. Smiles. Let's see here. Alright, we're gonna cancel this for now. Oh no, I can't get out of it. I guess we'll just randomize the poor guy. Mostly because this is very much, sacrificial material. That one's kinda cute. There we go. But yeah, no, we have literally everything unlocked. Like when I play this game, I play it. I have a whole like death compilation on the channel on the YouTube of how much I've died. We'll do the cowish and yakish again and see what we get. We got another cowish, cool. Heckin' birds, stealing my food. Okay, let's go, put the bodies in the crypts. No, Shrimpy! I'm sad now. Shrimp's idled. I don't know what from. and yeet. Alright, so... I'm actually gonna make a bunch of clothes for you guys. Because we have, like, a ridiculous amount of, like, silk and cotton. Make that. We'll make knight armor. Then we'll go through and make everything here. We'll go down the list. I have the accessibility thing, so I don't have to do the QTEs. There we go. Got a bunch of those. Now to do these. I forget that the bathing suit, exists. Do the bunch of the sweaters, because the sweaters are cute. And they keep you all warm during the winter. Alright, we need more wool. Oh right, let me dress Lobby in her pretty dress. We will make it the purple. There we go. Oh, what is this? Oh, we got the Jester costume! Heck yeah. But yeah, let's go get some wool. I think we can get wool from up here. No. We need... We turtle-ish? So we can get some crabbish. Understood. We don't have any, of those here right now. But yeah, we just need one more, statue and we got everybody. There are rats. But yeah. Alright. Let's go, back down here. Oh! I'll let you guys decide the fate before, we go off into the wilderness. But yeah, I cut my hair real short. It is no longer super hot. I was starting to, like, So my head was getting so hot because I have really thick hair. Um, I have really thick hair, so in the summer, if my hair's too long, my head'll get so hot that I start losing hair. I will literally uncontrollably shed. Um, and I prefer not to become bald, so I clipped my hair. Um, but yeah, no, this is like my default state. I normally cut my hair real short because although I normally have long hair as Momo, uh, I don't really like long hair. It's too hot. And I can't self-regulate heat too well. It is awful. The Collector. High chance of relic spawning. Or higher chance of relic spawning. Boop. There we go. Making sure that there's no totems in here. Doesn't look like it. I love when the falling debris kills them. Oh, there's one down here. There we go. Ooh! She's like, oh! There we go. Hello? There we go. Make an offering. Another tablet time. Lablet time. I have lived too long for simple memory, so I must continue to chronicle these histories. Followers rise, bloom, and die, so much clover on the ground, and my troublesome peers, gods by a right no longer divine, rise and fall like tides cut free from the moon. One came to my temple, young and ambitious and thirsty for war. I dismissed them. I will not abide such blasphemy. Ooh, so a peaceful god. I know that somebody compiled the lore of Cult of the Lamb, which I think was really neat. Ooh. I'm doing Rapswell. And Ambrosia! More curse attack. Estrella over here, terrified. If you ever want your traits changed, I will put you on the rack to change them. Favorable winds. Move 2 rows forward on the adventure map. Oh. They are mirrors. Also, 5 minutes till, ad time, boys. I'll see you guys from the void in a bit. Boop. 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 There we go. We got Mushumo! Into the abyss. I think it's raining. We have a winter storm going. Let's go ahead and pop into here and go fight, what's her face? Hi, Hackett! We're gonna skip. I can't take damage. Ooh. A little risky. Alright. Oh no. I don't know if that counts. If it does, darn. It probably does, honestly. Oh, that definitely did. Oh well. We'll have to fight her again. That's fine. Actually, I could probably check the Steam thing to see if I have defeated her. Oh! There we go. We dispelled the blizzard. seeing you guys. Alright, what's be blinking over here? Huh? That's good. Why is that blinking? What is happening to you? I have no idea. Let's eat for a second. Is this a random one? Oh no. Wolves are coming. More wolves. Get away. Wait for my babies. Okay. What is going on with Thoas and blinking? Why is he blinking? I'm confused. What is that? Hang on, let me look this up. Okay, so it's probably a bug. Yeah, it's probably a bug. 'Cause it was blizzarding. So we just deal with that. Because it was blizzarding, so it was technically storming. Yeah. Normally they get struck by lightning when it happens. But sometimes it has a chance to just stay. So, this is our life now. I guess we'll go up here. We can go do some, alpha. I like the music here. Oh no, King Tom! Rest in peace, brother. The only thing I'm sad with is that here it doesn't have, like, branching paths, it just has the singular path. But I understand why it's like that, because we're going up a mountain path. We'll grab that one. Make offering. We'll grab the fully heal when entering the boss room. Not that we'll need it. That was a new enemy. Hadn't seen that one before. There we go. Oh, I forgot to grab the thing. Oh well. Still there? It is still there. Grabbing the glass heart. Pick up. Lost bones. Enemies have a chance of dropping rot burn on death. I'll take it. I wonder what the question mark is. We're gonna go over there. We already have one active, so we'll continue going. I'm going to the question mark. I'm curious. Hello, Ratu. Ratu. Complete the next one without. Oh, I could do that. I do this anyways. Okay, so we can't dodge. Cannot dodge. Okay, that's one. That is two. There we go! Well, aren't you something? What should you get? I think this is a decent reward. Oh, thank you for the tarot card! Concentrated oil renewal. Relics charge 1.25 1.25 times as fast. Ooh. I'll take that. Wonder why everything's... I voted to make enemies harder. Heck yeah. Okay, so that was one of my big things with this, my only gripe with this update. Actually, we'll keep... Yeah, we'll keep, Divine Blast. Was that enemies weren't that hard. At least to me it felt like. Like, you can probably watch the VODs back when we were doing Woolhaven, blind, like, fresh off the skillet. We were doing Woolhaven, and I was pretty much just one-shotting, or not one-shotting, like trying the bosses. That didn't make it not any more fun, mind you. I really like Woolhaven. Woolhaven is a wonderful update. And almost doubled the amount of content that this game has. Don't have that many, elderlies, so that's fine. I think I had more trouble with the mini-bosses than I did the main bosses. Speaking of, bosses... But yeah, no, I will say the bosses were kind of like easy. This one gave me a little bit of problems at first because I didn't know his like shtick. Now we wait. But yeah, no. It was fine. And it makes for like a nice chill time because I like the music too. Rest in peace, Riverboy. You will be missed. Because the lead audio designer passed away while they were finishing up, Woolhaven. Which is a dang shame. I don't know what, you know, got him. Apparently he was a joy to be around, though. To be fair, the devs of Cult of the Lamb are so good. This is taking 20 years. Your shenanigans bore me. Smacking me with your ball. I think I've died. I've gotten hit more to their poison. Oh, there we go. All right, who's dying? We've almost got him. This is possibly the worst set of stuff to use for this boss fight. Stop it! None of that. Okay. GG. We just had a really bad set for this. We still got our cold fruit, though. Our snow fruit. We still got our snow fruit. You want the snacky? Okay, I'll make the snacky for you. Let's see here. Where is our proper cook area? I know it's around here somewhere. Because I want to make sure that you get it. There it is. What do I cook with it? Or do I just feed it to you? Oh wait, no, I grow it, don't I? Yes. Snowfruit seed. Okay. So that's growing. I'll try to remember to feed it to you whenever we get there. Why are people mad? Oh, your other half is, being rude. I'm gonna re-educate. You're dissenting. We don't like dissenters here. Alright. Sermon. Crown. I'm gonna change our fleece again. We'll do the moth fleece. Moth. Moth. Oh, right. We have bodies. We will have to bring some people back to life. Luckily, the revival ritual won't cost anything. Rituals. Ritual of Resurrection. Where is Jay? There he is. There we go. I also need to do a bonfire ritual just because we are low on fellowship. That didn't do anything. Interesting. Okay. Then we'll do a feast. This will also max us out on our stuff. There we go. We should probably give Yigna some stuff. Trying to think what kind of outfit would look cute on her. We'll give her a sweater. Customize. We'll do purple. Oh, right! It's winter! Hang on. Let's pop over to the Pilgrim Passage real quick. Whale of a Time, the ICC. Maybe they're here? Not here. Hmm. Don't see where they could be at. Hmm. I am confuzzled. Hey, let me look. Ah. It's like up here. Possibly. No. Water's frozen. Having a whale of a time. Maybe they're inside the whale? Here's the fish. Not here. Ah, there it is. There they are. Karu, we got found again. Don't be sad, Asa. We'll get away from the evil bishop next time. Let's go fishing. Fish. Alright, now we can go back to the quest board. Fish are tasty. I like fish. I like making fish with, lemon or lime pepper. Or a little bit of both. Oh no. More wolves. Okay. Stay away. That's funny though. Oh, I can break them? I don't want to break them. I don't want to break the statues. You work so hard on them. But also, thank you for, bringing back somebody. We love the chaos here. Oh no, Daisy. Yeah, no, so somebody apparently got brought back to life. Because of the vote. Ice make magic. Indeed. Indeed. I mean, weirder things have happened in the cult. Oh! You're re-educated, Estrella. Yeah, causing chaos in two different ways. Wintertime. This one makes ice statues. Freezer. Yeah, you make ice statues with this one. And then this one, you're zealous, celibate, and terrified of death. Which, there we go. And, oh no! I didn't mean to put you in jail. gift. Big gift. Cute. Oh yeah, I do have a gold skull. Well, I'm gonna give the gold skull to, Lovey. Where's Lovey? Do I have any animals? No, I don't. We need to do a drum circle eventually. You know what? Let's go do a drum circle. Where are you, Astrea? There we go. Now you got Sin. And I'm gonna yoink that Sin. Alright, let's go back to the quest board. Yeah, the drum circle! I think it was this one, yeah. Another card. Shearing Blade. 10% chance to drop wool on a hit. Nice. Yeah, we have so many cards. We have 67 of 80 to grab. We got 1, 2, 3... Or no, we have 67 of 80 that we've grabbed. So we need 1, 2, 3 base game cards, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more Woolhaven cards. Spore Grotto. When the sun is up. We can do that. We can pop over to the Spore Grotto. Going over to the Spore Grotto isn't too bad. I feel like it's not going to be super obvious. There you guys are. No, stop finding us. It's not fair. It's okay, Aza. We'll win next time. The bishop won't find us again. Whew. I am running out of steam. Wait. Oh no. Alright, let's pop over to here. Oh, I can't leave until you guys choose my fate. Might as well grab the this stuff. Great meals have spawned at your cooking fire thanks to chat. Aww. Nom up, everybody. Hee 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 hee. This is a lot more fun. Oh, right, I need to go over here. Another card! Vargulus Shard. Leave a trail of icy spikes when dodging. Such cheeky children. You are a very talented seeker, Shepherd. Smuggler's Sanctuary. And we got one more after this. The cover of the night. So it just turned night, so yeah, we can get over there. Smuggler's Sanctuary. The kiddos being little gremlins. There they are. Oh, we got found again, just like before. We were too loud. We didn't mean to. Was it our fault? Oh no. Oh no. The sweet babies. Oh, whoops. I meant to dodge, not select. Pop over here. Got that. Winter welcomed. When entering new room, enemies start frozen. Such sneaky children. You are a very talented seeker, Shepherd. Midas's cave. It did say daytime, right? I mean, we could just chill here until night if it's nighttime. Oh, during winter, and it's currently summer. Alright, so we get to wait. We wait till winter to come back. I am feeling a little, lower energy, so I might call it here. We have been streaming for about 2 hours, so that's fine. I will definitely probably start doing this more on Sundays. We like our cozy game Sundays. And it's been a while since we've done, Cult of the Lamb. I might eventually work on making the Cult look a little bit more put together and presentable. Because right now it's just chaos. At the moment. So I might work on that. But yeah. Yoink all my stuff here. And let me move on over to, just chat and stream. Or just chat in mode. Let's see here. There we go. Alrighty. So, tomorrow's gonna be co-working. And tomorrow's gonna be co-working, and Tuesday's gonna be co-working. I don't know if we're gonna do it here or if we're gonna do it on Iriam. More than likely Iriam end, because I haven't done any Iriam streaming since last Monday and Tuesday, I think. No, since Thursday. I think since Thursday. Yeah. Because it kept on bugging out on me. Sadly. So, yeah, we'll try to do co-working tomorrow, probably on Iriam. More than likely not Twitch, because that's like my Iriam only thing, is doing co-working. We might do Twitch, we might not. It just depends. Because I gotta do some art co-working. Get some, art commission stuff done, and some overdue emotes that I need to do. Because I've been putting those off. Outside of that, we'll continue our Destiny stuff on Thursday. Wednesday will be off day, depending. And then Saturday is the start of us going over the new TTRPG. We'll be going over, oh my gosh, what is the name of it again? Hang on. Oh my gosh. Alright. Let me check real fast. Yeah, Fabula Ultima. Yeah, Fabula Ultima is, the bit. But yeah, that'll be our, TTRPG for Roll Your Die until we're done. And it'll be probably purely, blind. Unless I get the, Wild Squirrel to check it out beforehand, just do, like, a glance over. I do sometimes do that with, TTRPGs. Outside of that, I hope you guys have a good night. Stay safe. I hope you guys enjoyed, Cult of the Lamb. I definitely want to do this more over here on Twitch, and because, very fun. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good night. Stay safe. I don't have to come and protect you. Oh, right! We need to raid. Let's see, y'all. Do we have anybody on our end that is streaming currently? No, we do not. Sadly. Sadness. If you guys don't have anybody to raid, because I am free to suggestions, that is also okay. We can have a chill night and not have to raid anybody. You guys can go off and do whatever the heck you want. But other than that, I hope you guys have a good night, stay safe, I don't have to come protect you, and goodbye! Have a good night, everybody! Bye-bye! Bye-bye! Oh, wait. Wrong one.